Hey folks, this is Mike from Artificial Antics. I'm doing something a little more off the cuff today. I am going to go ahead and generate some database data in ChatGPT. I'm going to do that right now. So I've already got things started off here with a little bit of a prompt that I used earlier. So we're going to make an SQLite database with an employee table. It's going to have 50 random employees. This is the schema, and so we'll see how this works out. And I should have a downloadable file. Give a download at that. All right, so let's give this a shot here. Did pretty well at this. Oh, look at that already starting off strong, ChatGPT. Hey, when it's on camera, it's all different, right? All right, so it's analyzing. And so in the past, we might mock backends with faker data or whatnot. I feel like the database is super transportable if you kind of know basically what you want. In this case, I wanted to mock an employee page. The employees each have a first name, a last name, department ID, position ID, and so let's see how this does. All right, so download employees DB. So I'm going to go ahead and download this file. Over on the right-hand side here, I have my SQLite browser. I use this all the time when I'm working with SQLite databases. I'm going to go ahead and open that DB. And so there are my 50 users. So I've got my data there. And right now I've only got an employee table. I might have it rename that with lowercase employee. And then I also made, oh, look, it fixed my typos. So I actually put last name all lowercase here, but it camel cased it over here in the actual output. So again, like half the time it'll infer what you want, and sometimes it infers wrong, actually. So let's go ahead now and try something a little different. So let's try and expand this example. So I'm going to say, let's add the tables for, so we're going to do the departments and the positions. So let's make these tables as such. So we'll say department, and that's going to have an ID, which is a string, which will also be a UUID4 like above, right? And we're going to have the other table, which is position. And that's going to have the same thing. And then I think in both these tables, we're actually going to do a label, which will be a string. So I could just copy that down here. And then let's see, department and position, or department. I'm going to just encapsulate this and assume single quotes or single backticks. Okay, so let's add the tables for department and position. All right, and then we'll say, yeah, let's just do this. So make sure that each employee record matches up to a valid department and position. Okay, let's see, position ID. I just want to read over this, make sure that each employee record matches up to a valid department ID and position ID. And then for departments, we'll say example. Oh, actually, no, we could do this even easier. So we'll say example department accounting. And then here we'll do an example of accountant. And again, I'm probably overthinking the actual inputs. This is pretty straightforward, but I'm just kind of simplifying things. And so and then the last thing, there is one last thing. Lastly, please make all of the DB tables lowercase. And then I'll do an example employee instead of employee. All right, now I think ready to hit go here. So let's see what this does. Yeah, I was playing around with this earlier. It did surprisingly well. We'll see what it does here, and we're gonna have it check its work, or we're gonna check its work as well, because we'll run some queries against this database. So now I can go ahead and open the new version, which is employees 2. and we're sitting in a department. Okay, so employee. So cool. It did do exactly what I wanted. Lowercase employee, and all the tables are named properly there. And we'll see if this, so E7DD links up to a department. E7DD, it's right there. So she's in marketing. And then we've got the positions, right? So we've got, yeah, you could clearly see that these, there are multiple people in a specific position, which is fine, right? You could have a senior engineer or whatever it is, right? And 86F8, so we'll just go over to the position, and there it is. They're software engineers. Funny enough. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Can't make that stuff up. So anyway, this was just a quick one. I wanted to show you all that ChatGPT is more than just generating copy for your marketing website, right? You could use this to mock a lot of data very quickly, and then the stuff that I'm working on right now, I've actually got ChatGPT writing me Next.js with TypeScript code using the Prisma library as the backend, all hitting this database or a very similar database to proof out a concept quickly. That is it for today. Like and subscribe if you like the content that we're providing here, and we'll see you back in the lab soon, folks.